Hello everyone, welcome back. Today, for both the kunafas, you'll need 375 grams of kunafa dough or kataifi, or as much as you need. Cut the dough in half and slice them into smaller strands using a knife. Alternatively, you may shred them using a few pulses in a food processor. Gently separate the clumps with your hands or a fork to get finer strands. For this amount of dough, you'll need about 150 grams of melted butter or more if you require. To the melted butter, add 1/4 teaspoon of orange food color and 1 drop of red food color. This is completely optional. Mix well till the colors are evenly distributed. Pour the butter color mixture into the shredded dough. Knead well so that each strand is coated with the butter. First, we'll make the cheese kunafa. Grease the baking tin with a generous amount of butter. Take the required amount of buttered and shredded dough and fill up to half of the height of the baking tin. Take some dough and build up the sides to create a wall. Press down the floor and the sides of the dough with the spatula to make it compact. For filling the dough, you will need 250 grams of string cheese or mozzarella. Cut the room temperature cheese into small cubes. Fill the dough entirely with the cheese cubes. Keep the level of the cheese slightly elevated as the cheese may reduce after melting. Bake at 150 degrees Celsius in a preheated oven for 40 minutes or until the cheese starts bubbling and the dough is golden brown. While the kunafa is baking, let's go ahead and make the sugar syrup. You'll need 2 cups of granulated white sugar, 1 cup of water, place the pot on medium-high flame and let it come to a boil while stirring occasionally. Once the sugar has completely melted, add 1 teaspoon of rose water, stir and let it simmer for a minute. After 40 minutes, the kunafa is beautifully done. We need to flip the kunafa before it cools as the steam may result in soaking of the dough. Place a serving plate over the tin and flip. Please be very careful and wear oven mittens while flipping as the tin is very hot at this point. Pour the hot syrup onto the hot kunafa till each part is well coated with the syrup. For garnishing, lightly crush as many pistachios as required. You may garnish as per your desire. I'm simply replicating the outline of the kunafa. The cheese kunafa is done. Lightly warm the kunafa before serving. Let's go ahead and make the chocolate or Nutella kunafa. Transfer half of the remaining buttered shredded dough onto a generously buttered baking tin. Fill up to half of the height of the tray with the dough and press down with a spatula. If you prefer to do it in a single step, you may now top this layer with a layer of Nutella, top it off with another layer of dough, and bake it the same way as I'm doing. I do not follow this method as I feel the taste of the chocolate or the Nutella changes when it's baked. I'm making the first layer here at 150 degrees Celsius in a preheated oven for 40 minutes or until golden brown. Flip the kunafa onto a serving plate as shown before. Since there's nothing holding the dough together, when you flip it, it may crumble. Do not worry, simply rearrange the kunafa with a spatula. Pour the hot syrup onto the warm kunafa and set it aside. For the filling, into a piping bag fitted with a wide, round nozzle filled with the desired amount of Nutella. Now pipe the Nutella or the NUTELLA onto the first layer of the kunafa. Meanwhile, let's make the second layer of the kunafa. Repeat the same procedure as we did for the first layer. Flip onto a butter paper and pour hot syrup onto it. This makes it easier to transfer the layer onto the Nutella. Smoothen the surface of the Nutella with an offset spatula. Slowly shake and slide the second layer of the kunafa onto the chocolate. The butter paper and the syrup makes this process easier. Lightly press and rearrange the edges for a better finish. Garnish with some crushed pistachios and pour some more hot syrup if you desire. Finish off by piping some Nutella or NUTELLA with a small round tip.